1100 metres, Star of Florida, you'd have to admit, probably suspect the last 100 metres of that, and the soft track's going to make it even tougher.
Yes, that's the hurdle, without a doubt, Richard. I mean, he's raced well, 1,000 metres. He holds a course record at Doomben, 1110 metres, but on wet tracks, I always believe that fast horses just tends to take the speed off them, and yeah, that would definitely be my worry.
So, you're coming here, it's a bit of a lottery ticket, isn't it?
It sure is.
Well, good luck.
I'd rather swap tracks at Eagle Farm. I've got one in at Eagle Farm who loves the wet and one in here that I'd be happy on the dry, but it didn't go that way, Richard.
Well, the trainer's lot. Thanks for joining us, Pat.
Thank you, Richard.
Pat, you've put the polish on so many good apprentices who've become star, fully fledged jockeys in Queensland. Have you been to Randwick many times before with that stable of stars?
Not had a lot of... I've been down here. I haven't had a lot of luck. I won the San Domenico here, but I've had a couple of near misses here. I was beaten the nose in the Hallmark Stakes with Prince Aurora, and I was beaten the nose in the Kingston Town Stakes with Zamazan. So I've had a few close run-ins, but only the one win so far.
And it's the one in Brisbane. Can we declare it for our viewers at home?
A little bit of worry on a fast track, but you know, I think we'll wish him luck.
What's it called?
That's Hurry Hurry.
Hurry Hurry. Great for you to take time out to join us on a busy day.
My pleasure.
Pat Duff joining.
Race behind the hill for some 200 metres. Let's take you on top of the hill to Ron Paps.
Well, Hilton, they're coming up very nicely here, waiting only for a couple to move up. Cielo Road's one of them. Journalist, another goes in. Now Cielo Road to come up. Medipal won the hurdle in brilliant fashion. Now there's one not quite set, Outback Aussie. Beautiful day here, 24 degrees today and 25 on Monday, so an even better day Monday. Now Cielo Road, the last to come up, Biddy Up the favourite, on track and on tote. This is its real test today though. Now still waiting for Cielo Road to settle, does so they're set now. Stand by for a start, fourth of the day, first leg of the extra double on Unitab. They stand. Racing now, look to be a fair start. Biddy Up a bit slow from near the inside, and so too Journalist easing back out of the early fray. And there is a fray early. Going fast is Night Thunder, with a Jack of Spades carving across. Princess Taylor's there, so is Haggle. Biddy Up the rail. Tertian's Gamble checks severely off heels. Sally Rose got the backwash. Outback Aussie went around the outside of those. Further back then Southern Renegade from Autoplay. It was Keenan winning early. Cielo Road is second last, and Journalist is last.
And the leader at the 900 metre mark is Night Thunder, 3/4 in front. Second is Jack of Spades. A length and a half Biddy Up third on the inside of Princess Taylor. Two to Haggle. A half Tertian's Gamble, followed by Outback Aussie, Sally Rose. Southern Renegade a fair way back. From Autoplay, second last, Cielo Road, and at the rear is Journalist. They leave the back of the course. They've got 700 metres to go, and Night Thunder's doing it well. 3/4 Jack of Spades and a length Biddy Up, box seating inside of Princess Taylor. 2 Outback Aussie on the outside of Haggle as they descend the hill again, followed by Tertian's Gamble, Sally Rose, Southern Renegade starting a run from Autoplay, Cielo Road and Journalist straightening at the 350, and the leader Night Thunder still a length in front. Here's Princess Taylor outside, Jack of Spades, Biddy Up going up on the rails is coming home. Then came Haggle and wide out Autoplay making some ground. Tertian's Gamble got out at the 150, still Night Thunder in front of Jack of Spades. Autoplay down the outsides coming quickly, Biddy Up on the rails, Night Thunder in front being swamped by Autoplay and Jack of Spades. Autoplay won at a long neck. Second Night Thunder ahead away third. Jack of Spades close up. Tertian's Gamble in a photo for fourth with Biddy Up, Cielo Road and Southern Renegade. All of those not beaten far. Then came Cielo Road, followed in by Princess Taylor, Outback Aussie, Journalist, Haggle, and last over was Sally Rose.
That's the winning double to jockey Joe Bowditch with Autoplay for Jeremy Gask. The De Heer filly collecting the cash. Very tight go, second and third as the huge crowd watches on at Oakbank. Day one of the big three-day carnival. As they near the line, Autoplay flies home. Now New Zealand is our next port of call where they're moving in on course at Randwick. Weinstock has been very heavily backed, and Ron Duffy's numbers are 1, 6, 4 and 2. Secret Land has been very, very easy, but overs on the tote, interestingly. So second and third. Now New Zealand, they move into line. The last of them, Wayne, just briefly, what took you on the yard?
I guess you got to with the Weinstock with the money, Brendan. The inside draw where the inside's been the best today had the support, but I tell you what, Secret Land, forget her running the Golden Slipper. I don't know, she switches off in races. I'll tell you what, she's a victim to have the blinkers put on her. I don't know whether it's going to be this preparation or next. She's the key to the race. She can back up.
OK, we've got to head across the Tasman to New Zealand, a Group 1, as we join the team from trackside there.
Taranaki to go in. They're all in now and set to go. Racing in the Jaguar Easter Handicap. Bunker was slow when they came out. Kicking out, Jetski was first away. Millennium charging up and Likey Gov going up. Bunker now recovering quickly on the inside, and Sleepy Trip going with the leaders. And a wall of horses there. Desperate is up in the van as well. Getting back now last as Ego Fast. Maserati is back with Mr. Emperor, and back also 11sies. Likey Gov cuts them along to the 1200 metres. Classy's Magic now worked onto its girth. Millennium charges round on the outside of the two in search of the lead. Sleepy Trip about fourth. They're followed by next in the outside Travelling Man from Surprise Surprise. 1.5 Bunker on the inside of Sadekram, the favourite. Then followed round on the outside of these Desperate. They followed up then on that group by Jetski. Followed on the inside Regal Krona. Abel Way got back from Critic. Then followed by Maserati. Then well back also 11sies towards the rear with Ernest William. Then Mr. Emperor. And Ego Fast is last. Racing down 600 metres to go. Likey Gov led them. 1.5 lengths. Millennium second. Third Sleepy Trip right there. Travelling Man. On the inside next then is Classy's Magic from Bunker on the inside. Around them then out wide Desperate from Surprise Surprise. Sadekram's about 6 or 8 off the leaders with then Jetski as they swing in into the straight. Likey Gov. Millennium challenges now. Travelling Man down the outside. Desperate is next. Sadekram is threading his way through as they race down 200 to go. Millennium hit the lead now. Likey Gov. Sadekram out after the leader and out wide Jetski and Critic down the very outside. Millennium in front. Sadekram's coming 2-1 your favourite. Millennium in front. Sadekram going to it with Jetski out wide, and the Mercedes horse wins the Jaguar. That's Sadekram, one from Jetski. Millennium third. Next behind them was Critic, followed home Regal Krona, followed by Surprise Surprise. Back behind these now were then Bunker, Mr. Emperor, and back towards the rear Ego Fast, Maserati, and well back towards the rear was Travelling Man, and alongside of it Abel Way. But no doubt the winner, the favourite, has got up, and
Grant Cooksley, the Iceman, aboard Sadekram, a Fault Hat horse, overhauling the Trevor McKee trained Millennium. 5 a photo, second and third. Oakbank, it's 7-6-2. Joe Bowditch, a winning double. Jeremy Gask, the winning trainer, just awaiting those New South Wales dividends to chime in. Exactas likewise. Randwick, we're 4 minutes away. Secret Land continues to be easy with the backing for Weinstock. Here's the late mail.
Race 5 here at Randwick, the Heroic Championship final. Numbers 1, 6, 4 and 2. Well, the way this fence is playing, it's on fire, and with barrier 1, Weinstock just gets the run of the race on the fence here. I've got to switch his way. The filly.
Riderless will be Secret Land. She's in now. Coming up next will be Pietna, smart set of colours. Pardon me, the navy blue, gold and red hoops, gold and red hoop cap. And Dex, who's done well at his limited career to date, trained by Greg Hickman. He's still away. And Pietna missed it by 2, and Weinstock jumped away very swiftly and leads narrowly on Danish Magic, Secret Land and Danes Jester. Wider Aim for Gold, then Olympus, Epona Star, followed closely by Sakria. Around them going up quickly, Classy Dane, Sedex, and then Pika Lan. A long margin, Bay Raktar, followed on the inside, Pietna, and Muster Bashir is last. Down the side they sweep to the 800, and Danish Magic to a clear-cut lead over Weinstock. Secret Land is third, then Aim for Gold, Danes Jester, followed by Olympus and a couple of lengths Epona Star. Classy Dane on its outside, one Sakria between Sedex wide, and Pietna's on the rails. Then comes very deep out Bay Raktar, followed by Pika Lan, and 2 lengths to Muster Bashir. In the Heroic, they're coming to the corner, and Danish Magic given a steadier, 1.5 lengths on the favourite Weinstock. Secret Land at Aim for Gold, Danes Jester, Olympus, and then Sir Dex. Entering the straight and up the rise, Danish Magic shaken along, 1.5 lengths on Weinstock at Aim for Gold. Forget Secret Land, and then Sedex. Danish Magic giving a great side and past the 200. It accelerates Danish Magic. Put 2 lengths Weinstock. Sedex getting home late from Aim for Gold, but Danish Magic in no danger of defeat, and Danish Magic wins the Heroic. Second Sedex, third Aim for Gold, then Danes Jester, followed by Weinstock. Another couple, Secret Land, Olympus, then Pietna. Further back, Bay Raktar, Pika Lan, followed another 4 or 5 lengths away by Muster Bashir, Sakria, and then came Classy Dane and Epona Star last to complete the course.
Danish Magic collects the cash in the Inglis Heroic. Terry Jones, the winning rider, and she gave them something to chase, trained by Ross Simpson at Warwick Farm.
Danish Magic. Now here's this pattern of horses getting away along the fence. It's been the place to be at Randwick today, hard up against that running rail, and that's where Danish Magic was. She's been wearing tapes. You'll see the tapes on her hind legs there. I thought they might upset her because she hits fairly high there on the hind leg, but not to be the case. She just ploughed through the ground. Weinstock did well, chased home. Sir Dex and Aim for Gold made runs at the last death, but it was too late. Danish Magic had pinched a break, and that is one nice horse. A really good chestnut filly by Dane Wynn there, and I think you're going to see more of her because she's a really good type.
She sure is, and Secret Land got into some traffic. Weinstock had every chance, seemingly.
Oh, yes, I thought Weinstock had his chance. Sat behind the leader, peeled out when needed. Just sort of straightened up Secret Land a little bit there in the white, but Weinstock, when he was giving his best, well, it wasn't good enough, and Danish Magic on that inside strip, and that's been the place to be. Gee, I was thinking that it might have turned around by this race, that the inside might have carved up a little bit and the horses sweeping down the outside would be advantaged, but no, it seems not to be the case. The inside's still the place to be.
Ross Simpson at Warwick Farm is the trainer, and he's got a very speedy mares race coming up here, a race in which the South Aussie stable of Philip Stokes has Autumn Bell.
Philip, good to see you back here in Melbourne. Autumn Bell, 2 runs back this time in, one nicely.
15.93, so again the time not too bad for a slow surface. Weinstock the unplaced favourite, and fourth going away of number 13, Weinstock finishing in 5th position. It's been set.
This it. All clear, racing. And Midday Matinee slow. Hasty Back was very slow. Can't gallop at all in the early stages. Shirley's Lavina first to begin in company with Chalonnet's Dolphin Dance and Ascalita. Tarathea's up there with Ruby Slipper. They make a line of about 6 across the track. Calming is in behind them from Autumn Bell, American Graffiti, Devonshire. About 5 lengths to Midday Matinee and a similar margin. Hasty Back. Shirley's Lavina wide out on the course at the 600 is the leader from Ruby Slipper with the rail. Going through is Ascalita. Up there too as they come to the turn is Devon Dancer, and getting a check was Chalonnet's, who lost ground. Autumn Bell is making some ground along the inside as they swing around the turn into the straight. Shirley's Lavina is the leader from Ruby Slipper going through on the inside, then Ascalita. Tarathea to the outside. Autumn Bell is next and Dolphin Dance. Ruby Slipper kicked away at the 200 metre mark. She opened up 2 lengths here. Devonshire down the outside from Autumn Bell, Tarathea, Dolphin Dance. Ruby Slipper in front, but Devonshire is pegging her back, grabbing the lead, and Devonshire gets up to win it by about 3/4 to either Ruby Slipper or American Graffiti. Clear from Tarathea, Dolphin Dance, and then Autumn Bell, and back behind those was Midday Matinee. Trailed further back Tarathea in that bunch, followed Ascalita, Chalonnet's, who got into trouble. Calming has finished well back. Shirley's Lavina folding right up, and Hasty Back just couldn't gallop at all today and was last in.
The quaddie kicks off with a long odds result. Devonshire, Andrew Finlay for Rod Simons, as Richard just mentioned, they're winning at odds everywhere today.
They are. They're winning without names. I mean, obviously, you know, the condition of the track, it's a little bit soft in Victoria. It's very wet up here in Sydney. That's what's turning the form around. Many horses haven't seen a wet track in so long.
Okay, we're on the countdown to the Derby. Oakbank's our next port of call, race number 5. That's the scene. Latest check of betting details. Arabian Towers ahead of Running Game, Manalo, and then Lucentia. That's the way the betting order is. Talanto at longer odds for Claire Lindop. Okay, the Derby. We're on the countdown, 17 minutes away. Shortly, the runners will be in the mounting yard. Terry Kennedy perched high above the bookmaker's ring. Terry, count us into the Derby.
Thanks, Brendan. Betting action aplenty here now as this crowd warms up. Still a massive crowd. Very hard to get around here in the betting ring. Hellenus remains very firm with the bookmakers. Roughly the same sort of quote as it is on the tote at $7.50. Natural Blitz has eased out a good 1.5 now with bookmakers. Of course, a stunning victory last weekend. You were getting very good value about Natural Blitz, if you like it, on the tote at the moment of $10.90. Hydrometer, massive overs on the tote. Platinum Scissors, very firm with bookmakers at the moment, probably the best back runner of the race. Very big overs though on the tote, so the tote right down the board paying better at the moment until we come to the Kiwi St Reems, which is no value at all on the tote. And down the board, let's go to Sunray, which has been firm with bookmakers. There's been a couple of pros just specking it. it's bigger odds with bookmakers than it is on the tote. So Sunray, $5.10, and Sunday Joy is the other one we should be speaking about. Bookmakers are keeping this one very, very safe at the moment, and of course, massive value on the tote if you like Sunday Joy.
Terry, whereabouts exactly are you perched out there?
Mate, I've got to climb up a ladder, okay? I'm about 30 feet above the bookmakers ring at the moment, looking down at the cash in their bag. It's a magnificent view. This crowd is building all the time. I thought you'd be plenty of room out here, but in fact, it's just the opposite. It is jam-packed. I can tell you, getting from the mounting yard back to the bookmakers pavilion here is getting harder as the giggle juice takes over.
Tell you what, that's as close as you'll get to the bookmakers' money too, looking down on it from a ladder.
You're about right. I've never seen one leave on a bike yet, Rich.
We had to keep him away from the punters just in case they lynched him.
Someone will be shaking that ladder, don't worry about that.
That's what I'm worried about.
OK, Terry, come back to you closer to the Derby. Dead heat for second at Caulfield. And Devonshire was Tony Brassell's best bet at odds this morning on Inside Running, his best value selection of the day. And look what it's paid. Dead heat for second with Ruby Slipper and American Graffiti. Well, we're on those Hill Guineas.
Yeah, no luck at all in that race, Brendan. He got badly held up. Not only would have won the race, but should have finished a lot closer. Has run on a slow track before and did fail, but that was over a much shorter distance, so he's got a rough chance in the race.
Right behind him is number 3, Hydrometer. Now, if there is an on-pace bias continuing, perhaps this is the one.
That could be right. And he's a horse, if you like Hellenist, you got to like this bloke too. He did make Hellenist fight in the VRC Derby last year, so he's a horse that's got a lot of ability. As you say, will race up on the pace. Number
10 is Rouge Heim, a long odds chance from the Bruce Cross yard.
Well, that's right, Brendan. He's a bit of an outsider, but I tell you what, runs haven't been all that bad. If there was a roughie that could run into a place, could be him.
Half-brother to Pat Forchelli. Behind him is the Kim Moore runner, number 11, Martoum.
Well,
Patrick Payne rides.
He had no luck at all in the Rosehill race, the Rosehill Guineas. He got badly held up down the straight. I know he's beaten a fair way. It was actually just under 5 legs, but he's not the roughest.
OK, also in the mounting yard as we wait to pick up Martoum, the Suave Dancer horse, ill-fated Arc winner. There he is. Flashy style, isn't he?
He is, and his horse has just struggled a little bit this preparation, but he might be just looking for the trip.
OK, Kim Moore's first ever runner in an AJC Australian Derby. Now, number 8 is Mummify. This is the Lee Friedman runner, which ran a courageous second behind Hellenist at Rosehill.
He's been placed on both dead and slow tracks. Didn't have a real lot of luck behind Hellenist the other day. Got back a long way, got run right off the track. And I know Danny Licklick spoke before. He said he was a bit worried he might hang, but you see horses don't hang on wet tracks normally.
Now, number 15, Davidoff, might be at long odds. It does have the form to suggest it can break its maiden status in a derby.
Well, his 2 Sydney runs, each run got better, Brendan. His run the other day in the Rosehill Guineas wasn't all that bad. He's another one that got back a long way and did make up ground. OK, number 18 is Sunday Joy. This is the regally related Sunday Silence filly. 3rd in the Rosehill Guineas, protested unsuccessfully. Yeah, she's out of that great mare Joie Denise, and Sydney runs recently haven't been all that bad. Another one that didn't finish too far behind Hellenist and did have excuses, did protest, was unsuccessful on that occasion, but they got a very bad check early. Fillies might take a good hand here today. Well, they're strongly fancied in betting. Fine Society, number 17's right in the market. These runners are very slow to come in for a Group 1 and parading out of order, so it is a little difficult to cover, but the team from Sky Racing Productions and Sports Colour doing their best under the trying conditions. Brendan, I would say that Fine Society, the one you mentioned, we didn't get to have a look at her, but she did get galloped on the other day and just really out of character run for her. There's the Victoria Derby winner and also the Rosehill Guineas winner, Hellenist. Lovely horse, really, really regal-looking horse. He's had one run on a slow track for a good win. I just spoke to Leon Corsons before, and he's quite happy with the horse. He ran in last week. He got that extra legs under him, which I think he needed. OK, numbers 2 and 4 we'll take a look at in the market after this Oakbank race as they move in well. Back with more from Randwick in the Derby Countdown in just a moment.
Now, Manilow just looking into the next stall. They're just about ready. Ride the Storm in a pink cap. Running game now set with Keep Going. Nafur, up comes Arabian Towers, and that leaves Rendell and also Cloudy Palace. Nearly set for a start. Favourite Arabian Towers on track at around half each way from a host of runners, 1, 2, 7 and 8. The runners are all in. Started in the home straight right in front of the big crowd. Massive Saturday crowd. Could be a record given the weather anyway. Looks enormous. Off now and beginning slowly Pyramid Park, and reluctant to gallop in the early stages. Nafur and Keep Going were out fast. Showing good speed from out wide was Cloudy Palace. Arabian Towers pressing on, being followed by Running Game. Ride the Storm booting up in the centre. They race tight. Lucetier seemed to get checked on the rails, and Running Game copped a check as well. Rendell wide outside them, followed by Manilow, getting back to Lanto, and last is Pyramid Park.
As they come behind the hill, it's Nafur, a clean leader in the bright lime green colours. Leads a length and a half to in second placing Cloudy Palace. The pace steadies now. Third placing on the inside, Keep Going. A length and a half away then. In the pink cap came Ride the Storm, and it's outside Rendell. They've slackened off even more so. Lascentier balances up again and goes through on the inside and heads the other one on its outside Running Game. A length away then behind those Talanto. Second last Manilow, and 2.5 away last of all. Still a bit reluctant to stride freely is Pyramid Park.
So they're in the back straight. 1,000 metres left to run, and Nafur on the inside of Cloudy Palace. They're going along quickly. 3 lengths away, third, Keep Going. These leaders are fairly flying now halfway along the back straight. A length and a half Arabian Towers, and a half back on the inside, Ride the Storm. 3/4 to Rendell, 2 away Running Game, suited by this lightning speed for a 1900. Then Lucentier the inside, Manilow getting a nice cart home on the back of Running Game, followed by Talanto and Pyramid Park. At the 550, Nafur on the inside of Cloudy Palace, by a length and a half on Keep Going. Here's Arabian Towers taking off. Rendell's getting moved out of the way by Running Game, which is coming home well, and right around the outside, Manilow. Running Game gets to the outside now, does he? Almost gets out as Manilow went quickly. Talanto, Pyramid Park run on. The leaders are there under sufferance for mine. Down the outside, Arabian Towers. Here comes Running Game in the clear, wider Manilow. Still Nafur, Cloudy Palace. Lucentier's got through. Lucentier hit the lead from Pyramid Park. Talanto wide out, and Running Game, it's Lucentier. Lucentier scoring a length and a half. Second in was Arabian Towers, and ahead away third, Running Game, and wide out Talanto got fourth. From Nafur and Cloudy Palace, they fought on tenaciously well and beat Keep Going, Manilow, Ride the Storm to the line, Rendell, and also Pyramid Park, which didn't really like racing here today.
That's a double for Jeremy Gask. Gary Hooban in the saddle, the successful rider. Lucentier from Arabian Towers and Running Game. Now looking at the last of the runners as they parade here for the Derby, and we're down to 2 of the other key chances, Natural Blitz, Platinum Scissors and Fine Society. But Lucentier collects the cash at Oakbank for race number 5. The jockeys have been legged on board, or are in the process of. There is the 13, which is Sunray. This is the New Zealand horse. It's a big tip around for Wayne Harris.
There is, Brendan. I just don't know, I haven't seen his pattern of racing that much. He's a lovely big strong horse, and I give him a good chance in the race. And as you say, very, very good tip around for him, and he's been kept pretty safe in the betting.
Cito Stars at big odds, number 14, as we look at the top 8 in betting.
He'll have no trouble with the distance, Cito Star. That's one thing in his favour, and his runs haven't been all that bad lately.
OK, what we might do is just pause there as the jockeys being legged on board. We've seen number 15, Davidoff. Terry Kennedy, what's the latest from the bookies ring?
You're exactly right, Natural Blitz. I'll have to get you to check the form of this, because Natural Blitz must have lost a leg since last Saturday at Rose Hill. It is unwanted, does not have a friend in the world at the moment. He's blown out a massive 3 points with bookmakers, so it's roughly about the same at $9.40 on the tote. Hydrometer, a little bit of specking for Hydrometer, so no value. In fact, the value is on the tote, if you like, Hydrometer. Platinum Scissors has eased out a good 2 points with bookmakers, but he's still better value on the tote at $7.70 than it is with bookmakers. There's been specking for St Reams, but down the bottom, let's go to Sunday Joy, which has eased out a good couple of points with bookmakers. It's still the big query regarding Sunday Joy, regarding the track, but massive value for Sunday Joy on the tote at $14.60. Very good money, very smart money for number 1, Hellenus, looking to complete that rare double, Brendan, of the VRC Derby into the AJC Derby.
A double claimed by Mahogany many years ago, as we get the late mail with Ron Dufficy.
The San Miguel AJC Australian Derby here. The number's 8.
400 metres. Starter climbs the stand. Waiting on Sunday Joy to steady. They're off this time. Davidoff just a little slowly away. Other than that, it was a beautiful start. And St Reams just the leader from Mummify. Third posse is taken by Hydrometer. Hellenus working forward. Then Martoum, Fine Society. Boyd followed by Sunday Joy, and Rouge Home. Wider is Strasbourg. Then Beaver, Clang-a-Lang, followed by Platinum Scissors. Cito Stars deep, and then Natural Blitz, followed by Davidoff Lashed. And Sunray drops out last as they work to the 1900, and St Reams leads the Derby Derby field a length on Mummify. Hydrometer is travelling third, Helenus deeper out fourth. Then Fine Society, Martoom the udder. Little more than a length then coming Rouge Homme on the inside of Boyd. 2 lengths to Strasbourg, a half to Sunday Joy and 2 Clang-a-Lang. 3/4 Beaver as they string out. Then Davidoff, Platinum Scissors caught deep from Natural Blitz, Ceto Star, Sunray and Lashed is last. Into the back of the course they travel and approaching the 1400 and St Reems going along at a genuine speed. 2.5 to 3 lengths on Helenus, 2.5 to Mummify, a half to Hydrometer, then Fine Society, Martoom followed by Rouge Homme Boyd. 2 lengths to Sunday Joy parked inside of Strasbourg. Another 2 lengths to Clang-a-Lang. Beaver at its quarters the outer, then Davidoff, Natural Blitz. Off the track is Platinum Scissors, 2 Sunray, Ceto Star and Lashed is last. They're strung out like Brown's cows as they work out of the back and come down the side past the 950. And St Reems, 2.5 lengths Helenus. Mummify 3/4 to a half on the rails. 2 Hydrometer, Fine Society. Then Martoom, Rouge Homme Boyd, Strasbourg, Sunday Joy, Clang-a-Lang, Beaver. Then Natural Blitz, Davidoff, followed by Platinum Scissors. Sunray's a minute back. Lashed is second last and Ceto Star whips them in. 600 out in the Derby and St Reems a length and a half. Helenus, Mummify, Boyd going up quickly. Followed at the head of the others, Hydrometer, Fine Society and then Strasbourg. And further away getting up on the inside, Rouge Homme, Martoom and then Clang-a-Lang as they round the home corner. Platinum Scissors second last. Mummify hits the front as they straighten up. Boyd second, Helenus third and Strasbourg is starting to join in very, very swiftly, thank you. 2:50 to go. Strasbourg hits the front from Mummify. Here's Clang-a-Lang getting right up on the inside. He's finishing doggedly. Clang-a-Lang right up against the fence, grabs Strasbourg and then Mummify and Clang-a-Lang is racing away. A memorable Derby win. Clang-a-Lang has won at Strasbourg second. Third posse going to Mummify, followed by Boyd. Platinum Scissors made ground. Martoom, Rouge Homme, Lash, Natural Blitz, followed by Sunray, Helenus, Sunday Joy, St Reems, Davidoff, Beaver, Fine Society and a Hydrometer, and Absolute was Ceto Star. Clang-a-Lang won the Derby.
Clang-a-Lang from Strasbourg and Mummify when it looked as though Bart would get another Derby. Here comes Scott Seymour. He's back in the Group 1 winners circle.
He sure is, and what a welcome return it'll be for Scott Seymour. He's had a horrible time since he had that great run back in the spring when he won the Melbourne Cup, but Clang-a-Lang got the right run, stayed hard up against the fence. That's where they're winning, and got all the breaks in running, and a beautiful ride there by Scott Seymour to get Clang-a-Lang home. But Strasbourg, well, a very good run. He sat just behind the pace. He loomed up like he'd win, and Mummify hit the front in the straight, and he's battled on very, very well. He wobbled away from the fence, which gave Clang-a-Lang the lead, and he was coming again on the line, Mummify. So a great run from him for looking further down the track to the Cups and possibly as an older horse. But you can't take anything away from the winner. He's done it at the right end, Clang-a-Lang, for Gerald Ryan.
And Gerald Ryan back in the Group 1 winners circle and back with one of the biggest Group 1s in town and collects the cash. The runner-up, Strasbourg, a Umatilla horse from the Bart Cummings yard. And a third, we go the way of Mummify from the Lee Freeman stable. Okay.
I tell you what, have a look at the way he stayed hard up against the fence. Jubilant owners going out to meet the horse. They're very, very happy, and as they should be.
Okay.
Wow, Gerald, congratulations.
Well, I don't reckon he's had any luck his last 2 starts, and I suppose third time lucky. Some luck had to go to his luck one day, you know. And no, it's been a long road getting him here, and ready to pull the plug after Canterbury Guineas because nothing was going right for the horse, but just kept pushing on, and we got one.
You were convinced he was a better horse this preparation too?
Well,